Hey guys, welcome to African Empire, where we create content that is affordable, quick and easy, and will definitely give you the glow that you're looking for, the glow that you deserve, the glow that I know for real, that it was made for you. All this time it was made for you. You were made to glow all this time. Okay, guess as African children and everybody watching, I'm gonna massage my scalp. I just moisturized it so nice. I'm gonna massage it, ne? And we are gonna talk about anything that comes to mind today. Because I am styling. Of course, you already know what the day is. If you don't know how I do this, be sure to watch my other video. I will link it somewhere in the video. I'm not sure where, but I'll link it somewhere in the video. Hey guys, I just want to massage my scalp while I talk to you guys. I'm going to be using my fingertips. Yeah, boy. Just to massage because I need to section and then I need to start styling. So we are going to be doing the jumbo braids that I promised you guys. Ooh, I must say, it's nice over here when we are so soft and smooth. Okay, that's on. So okay guys, before I start talking, I will want to say to all of us, before I start talking, you guys already know what I want to say. So guys, before I say a lot of things, let's get to it. Okay guys, now that we've gotten into it, I want us to talk about the importance of isolation. Isolation is where now God decides to go to you. Need to learn lessons. You need to go to school in a spiritual way and just learn lessons. So basically what I'm talking about is, I don't know if we all have that in our lives, but that time in your life where it's like you are quarantining, but your quarantine is not like the COVID-19 one. It's the one whereby now you need to figure out who you are, what you want from self, why you are experiencing what you're experiencing, and so many other things that you won't be able to explain when that is happening, but you'll be able to explain them later when you've passed through that. So for me, isolation is like, I'm talking about isolation whereby now you find yourself in a place and in a time of your life where it's not like you don't have friends or you don't have family, but they're all far-fetched, like they're so far away from you. Or sometimes even worse, things happen and then you just find yourself alone in a situation. So that's what I'm talking about. So do you guys also experience that, or is it also only for the chosen ones, or does everyone go through it? And are you aware of it when you go through it? God, brother, I want to talk about my experience, right? My experience comes with visiting a province alone and taking chances and taking risks, because that's what I'm about. One thing about two things, I can take risks when it comes to my intuition, like when I believe, you know what, this is what I need to do, because there will be signs of you doing that. So basically I want us to talk about that. I'm just showing love to my hair here, guys. I do believe I haven't been showing love to my hair. I dig it. I'll be checking the mirror a lot because I'm sure I'm doing my own hair. As long as you guys can chill with me, see, I believe what's in right. So I'm doing the jumbo braids that I wanted to talk about. So you guys know the grill by now. Obviously, whenever we are going to style, actually the process that we must always follow is to base our scalp, base our hair, and everything, so that when you style and the protective style is gonna stay for long. At least you did the nourishing sanas of the hair the way it has to be nourished, and show it love as well, right? So yeah, okay guys, I wanted us to talk about again isolation. So in brief, isolation is whereby I just explained it right now. I just feel like explaining myself again because for a long time in my life I've been misunderstood, so I always felt like I need to repeat things when I say them because people don't get it the first time. Trauma is that I'm dealing with. Anyways, so okay, Nami, I've experienced that thing. I didn't know it was called isolation. So basically, when you're isolating, it's like you hibernating, right? It's a thing of you're not aware of what it is when it happens, but when it's done, you're like, Nami, I went through the same thing. Funny enough, for me, it happened in a time of my life where everyone was not aware of it happening. Nami, I was not aware of it happening. Kodwa ke, there was a point of my life where I was mostly alone. It will be work, home, work. Well, I won't call that place home as much because home for me, now that I know what home is, I would like to call it accommodation. And there's this one friend of mine that used to say, "So you're going home now?" Like, I'm going to the accommodation. And then one day they asked me, "Why do you always say accommodation?" I was like, "Because it's not home. I'm being accommodated for now." So it was where I was staying when I was working. Okay, cool. And then you find yourself who get in a point in your life where there's so many things, there's gonna be challenges. Okay, one thing about that hibernation season, there is gonna be challenges, but it's how you deal with them, it's how you move. My challenges for me, I was dealing with a lot of manipulation and a lot of narcissistic vibes. So okay, and a lot of negative projections. So, okay, my isolation came with that. Okay, that was the spice in the mix of my isolation. My lessons were to mostly deal with people that no matter how good God can give them in life, they were never celebratory, like they would never celebrate, or to put it nicely, they were always ungrateful, right? And then I find myself in the mix because now I have to experience something and there's a lesson to it. There's something I need to learn from all that shebang, right? On this one, I wanted to do my braids for them to be long, man. I really needed my braids to be long. So I'm trying this. I hope it's my cake. But I'm gonna try the error kuzoba the way I want it to be. So I'll start on the side because this time around I want to start side back, because I'm doing the jumbo braids. So I told you guys about this a while back, I think last month. So I'm finally doing that. So okay, isolation journey yami ihamba kanjalo. Not understanding Pele, it was painful when it was happening. It was painful when I was being manipulated. It was painful when I was being taken advantage of, or especially, thank you God, it was not anything that harmed me any physical way, but it was mental. That's where I had to understand how powerful my brain is after surviving that phase. Of course, I wouldn't have done it alone. My spiritual team and everybody that loves me. Anyways, here guys, let me tell you a story. Isolation, that's our main focus. So I find myself, okay, hey, you know you're about to compose when you are tying your skipper like that. You know you're about to like, yay, lay it down. So okay, I find myself in this situation alone, and a lot of time, sometimes a lot of time, I'm gonna take one and just tie it up like at the back because I really want to hold up the section like this. Yes. So okay, at the time, funny enough, when this is happening, I find myself a lot in pain because, funny enough, like it or not, it was a thing of when it's happening with Inskati, you wouldn't know where to run to or who to run to or who to trust them with what to trust them with. Yeah, well, so ngizosho I did have a support structure. I can't take that away from the people who were supporting me along the journey. They know themselves. Okay, yeah, guys. Hi, and then again we experience it, and then I want to talk about the lessons though. I don't really want to dwell in whatever. So the lesson that I learned from that is I got to understand my power when it comes to thinking, you know. And I want to say this to you guys, Uti. Hey, these days you really have to support your brain in so many levels because a lot of attacks are coming here now. That is where the attacks are coming to. When you will think you are dreaming for defense, but this is what you must defend. You must know what to allow. I can't explain it in detail with how do you do that, you know, but I'm going to share the things that I think are going to be helpful that also kept me going because I'm talking like this, Nami. I'm talking from experience. I'm not just talking from a fiction book. This is something that literally happened. Okay, sure. Then again, you grow to understanding Uguti. These days, person doesn't need to beat you up. Nah, it's all here. Once they get you here, you're in danger because so many people struggle from not understanding how powerful they are until they do find out or realize ukuthi hey madoda hazi bengazi ukuthi. And mind you, I always told you guys, you must have a source of strength. You can't do it on your own. I mean, I believe in God. I always tell you guys, and I tell you guys, oh, Swifuti, I'm not perfect. Shame. I'm just a girl from Africa that is finding herself. The South, to be specific. So, excuse me. Hi, guys. I find myself in a jungle, having to fight for survival. And mind you, in the jungle, you're not guaranteed if you're gonna make it out. So, okay, you need to be very strategic, and you also need to be very cautious. Caution must be applied, right? And with me, I'm lucky that all my life, most of my life, I've gotten the opportunity to mostly work with males, right? Okay, so what I want to do here, I'm thinking what I'm gonna do it, Kanji. First, I don't have a crochet needle. It was gonna be so cute with me crocheting it, yes. But you can also, let me see if I can do it, Kanji. Because I want to see how many vlogs I can do from each section, and then to be able to see how thick my wool is. Because I don't want a lot of lines. I did tell you guys it's jumbo braids, so vele they're not gonna be sectioned gamani. If you like, guys, you can put gel. For me it's cold, it's winter, so to be honest with you, I just want to be neat. I'm not really invested in slicking it. The gel method is nice when it's like summer. You see the summer, it's so cute. I'm full of mash. But right now, I don't think so. I think this one needs 3, but gizoyenza 2. I wish they can be just 12 or 14. Yeah, but I don't want a lot. But I really wanted them to be long, so it's my first time doing long braids with wool, and I'm hoping I can achieve the goal that I have in my brain. This style is also good, guys, if you are a person that likes dreadlocks but you don't really want to do dreadlocks. You can just do these kind of styles. And with me, I don't pull my hair because I can't think nicely and I get headache when my hair is too pulled. And that's another thing that made me start braiding my hair, because sometimes I'll go to salons and then they'll do a nice job. Well, I'm talking about the past now, before this other methods that have been introduced. And then I'll find yo man, they're just pulling me one way, baba. And I'm like, how guys, can't you me so? Why didn't so? So yeah, back to the topic. The person can acclimatize to so many topics at once. Okay. They're not like us. They're not like us. What I wanted to say is okay. Fast forward, yeah, guys. Hi. A person understands the power of the brain. It's okay. A lot of people now, and shame, I know other people will be mad at me for talking about this, because that's how they make their money. That's how they make their money, and hoping nobody will know, would figure out how they actually making their money. Once they get into people's brains, it's easy for them to like direct them on how they want them to be, and what to do. So if you're now woke and see that you're not really liked, because why are you aware of the trap, of the trick? So yeah, guys, that thing is not nice. But also another thing that I've noticed is that at the end of the day, even the people who are doing it, it ends up affecting them, because it's not easy now. It's not easy when you're used to being able to control things, especially people, via manipulation and all these crazy things. It gets fucked up, because now you get to thinking that the world goes in that direction. And now everything in the world has to go in your terms. And then there is things that are gonna kick you where you don't have that control, and then you start losing your mind. How great is karma now? Then karma's like, oh, you don't want to lose your mind, but you want other people to lose their mind. Psych. That's the wrong number. You get what you give. You know that, right? Yep. It's the end of the road for you too. But yeah. Guys, let me do these blocks and then I'll come back. I'll come back to you. Okay guys, so initially I am starting kanjenak. This is how I'm starting. So the sectioning is there. So now as I am braiding sanas, I am fearing that my wool is gonna be small. So if it's small, I might have to go to the shops and buy some more, because it's my first time buying this doing this jumbo hairstyle, or rather. So I said to myself, okay, I'll have to go and get more wool, because you see this part that I'm leaving here, I'm going to add another tone, which is the brown tone. So I'm not going to leave it like this. It's just that for now I'm doing up to this far because I'm going to add the brown on. I really hope it's going to come as I'm thinking in my brains. So this is the amount I take, and then it's lengthy, it is long, because I really wanted them to be long. So I'm just starting with the front, and then again I do prophesy that the wool is going to be small. So this is 2 bundles of wool so far, and then there is brown, of course. The brown, I wanted to put it on the tip. Like I really was going for an ombre type of feel. So as we were talking about my isolation, I wanted to also say, guys, be careful of who you keep around in your circles, you know. I know when it comes to work you can't choose, because you just have to acclimatize for the sake of monetary value, or to acclimatize for the sake of bringing bread at home, right? But if you are capable of choosing, I really say choose wisely. And also, I was teaching my little sister the other day that, like, the structure of prayer I'm teaching her. I was telling her that, you know, a lot of times as people, we like to pray for materialistic things, like, oh God, please bless me with financial stability, da, da, da. But we forget the other things. Like, for instance, I was teaching her the importance of praying for friends, you know. So for me, when I was in my isolation stage, I got to understand this type of person that I wanted to be, to the people, the type of energies I want to draw to myself. Actually, like, basically structure down what I would wish for, right? Manifestation vibes. But I didn't just structure it down in like me thinking it. I was journaling a lot, and I was also praying about it from the type of friends. And also, it's gonna be painful because sometimes as we don't know people's hearts, your favorite friend might not be your good friend sometimes, and it's your favorite person. You're like, oh, not bad, not this one. And you find that also God will say, nah, you gotta have to stay away from this human being if you really want to be alive, because they're thinking of poisoning you, you know, worst case scenario. Well, touch wood, like, of course. But again, those are the kind of things that I was teaching her. Kuti, it's very important to focus your 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4. It's important to focus your beliefs and strength into the things that you really want in life. Whether you get them or not, that's beyond you, Yabo. At least you did the work, because the problem is we don't want to do the work and we're expecting these things to happen. It's like, for instance, how, like, sometimes I get confused. People who are toxic, that's the funniest thing. People who are very toxic, like who are always waking up to fight people, to be in people's bad energy vibes. I sometimes check and I'm like, have you noticed those people when they comment on how they like good people? And I'm like, what a coincidence. How can you like what you're not? Why don't you want to get what you are? You know? And then, or maybe you'd find them in a conversation, then maybe you overhear them talking about, that one, they're not a good person, eh? They're always making noise and talking bad about others. And then you're like, mirror, mirror on the wall. That is exactly you. How toxic do you think you are? Can't think of now you are like that. You know? So it's very crazy for me when a person that is not a good person wants to be blessed by what they are not. Aibo, Sanas, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? But anyways, I'm an advocate for great energy, because guys, we've been exhausted so much, especially even our mothers. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know a better way of saying it, Nje. Be who you'd want to attract. If you like good people, be a good person. And gone are those days, man, where you would hear people saying, "Hi, bad things happen to good people." You're lying. Bad things can happen to anybody, but how you are to people, it's really not gonna cost you even your breath, because you're not gonna die. But just being good to people and not expecting anything, and also the thing of the trend now in the world, I think, with my observations, of course, is that a lot of people now have become these mysterious people. When someone when someone is forcing it. I mean, for instance, I'm mysterious by nature. Like, it's my thing. Like, especially when it comes to, sometimes I don't see the need of sharing other things. It's not like I don't want to share them, but it's mostly because, sorry, excuse, it's mostly because I think, man, they wouldn't be interested. It's not because I'm scared of maybe Mang will bewitch me. Guys, that thing is also wrong, because according to my opinion, because now you want to tell me you are giving so much power. It's like the trend of saying, like this trend of saying, don't share things until they are done. Me, I will share. I say we live in God. Me, I will share, depending on if I want to. Like, of course, there's some things I don't think they are necessary to share. But if I really want to share, I'll share. No weapon formed against me will prosper. Like, you want to tell me now I must be scared of the bed of weapons because I don't run a post because I'm thinking people are good. That is me giving power to that thing. Let's say, for instance, I'm not telling, I'm not telling my best friend that I bought a car. And then I'm like, hey, you know how it is. You need to keep it on the low until it's there. Which means you are saying I'm the bed force. Like, that's how I'm getting it. That's you saying to me, I am the bad force, and you telling me would have sabotaged your thing. Really, bruh. And then you want me to be believing that you don't think I have ill intentions for you. Clearly, you think I am the bad guy. I'm gonna be with you. Clearly, you think I'm gonna be with you because, I know. Why would you hide something if you don't think I'm your enemy? So, for some friendships, you must really put spectacles for them. And some people, that's why I'm talking about circles. Be mindful, guys. Be mindful. And I'm just saying this from a perspective of viewing how the world is right now. Everyone wants to be mysterious. Hey, don't tell everyone until it's done. No, bruh. If you trust your thing is good, or if it's for you, it'll be like, doesn't matter who you tell, because at the end of the day, I mean, unless you say, unless you're really famous and you are saying, hey, it might slow out the internet if I really bust these news because I'm that popular, then I get it, because you are checking on, you're being logical about it. But if you are going to talk about the dark forces, that people, you don't know what people, you are giving those people the power. Trust me. For the fact that you are scared of them, you are giving them the power to say, I'm not gonna post my brand new car unless you're not about that life. If you're not about that life, you're not. I'm just making a car as an example, because like it is an example. Like in life, this is what I've learned. There's always gonna be people who are jealous. There's always gonna be people who are envious. But trust me, if you know your source, Hante, the thing is, they're gonna get their karma. It's important to be who you'd like to attract, because now, if you're gonna be jealous, it's a human thing. But now, if you're gonna be envious, that's not good. You need to pray for your heart, because that's the problem now. You are saying the person didn't deserve that, I deserved it. No, no. And I've always said that I want to be in a circle of people who are winning. Like, I don't mind you winning. As much as you can win something that I also want for myself, Pella will get it when it's time. And when it's time, I'll get it. Valiantly. That's how it is when you are in a circle of winners, because now you end up wanting to win. But it doesn't mean now dim other people's life because you are not winning. Excuse me. It doesn't work like that. We want to learn. So when you pray, you must also pray for your circles, to say, "Ukuthi, God, please, please, my heavenly Father, align me with people that are going to be for me, you know, because it is painful to be with people who are always thinking they are better than you, or you are better than them because of you're dating the best boyfriend in the world, or because nah, guys. I mean, I'm serious. If I were to advise you today of something, I'll say pray for your circles, because those are the people you're gonna be feasting with. Those are the people you're gonna trust with your drinks, with your water, with your house, with your kids, and also be mindful of who you bring to your house, because damn, goddamn, 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 people crazy out here. Not crazy out here. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Let me braid a bit and push. I'll come back to you guys. All right. Hope these things I'm talking about make sense, because if not, why am I even? Guys, I am going to be editing this now. This is like good wool. Like, if you don't know good wool, this is it. So I'm going to edit. I wanted to edit here at the bottom, and then I'm gonna show you guys because I can't explain it. So basically, I'm gonna show you guys how I did it. Hi guys, can I tell you? So I am out of wool, but I just wanted to show you how everything is looking so far. So this is how I did it at the tip, and then as you can see, the brown is two-toning, it's doing its thing there. So this is what I wanted to do. So I am going to leave it here and go and buy some wool because I'm out of it in the house, and then I'll come and finish up. But basically, these are the jumbo braids I was talking about. The reason I said jumbo is because it's not the normal size, and they feel good. They really do feel like dreadlocks. So if you're someone that's looking into dreadlocks inspired hairstyles, this is the plug for you. Give this video a like, guys. Give this video a like, please, if you want to. And also to grow the channel, but not just that. Not just that. To also grow the community. Subscribe, please. So this is the amount of wool I have on the brown, and it's good quality. And then on the black, this is the amount of wool I have on the black. So we need like other picks. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna leave it here and close it here for now, but I'm gonna come on the next video with a full-on hair done. But with this video, I'm gonna say bye here. Don't mind the ridiculousness from the back. So this is how everything is gonna look, a bit fuller, of course. But yeah, guys, love you as always, and I hope you guys took some lessons from the topics I was talking about: isolation and the circle, like choosing your people wisely because people are foul sometimes, and praying about them. And I hope you guys really find in a relation to that. And with that being said, I'm gonna go out now and buy my wool. This is the amount of hair. It's already braided at the back, so I'm not mad about that. So I'm just gonna be throwing on the heads and just going on my wool hunt and getting the wool. If you guys are not sure or you haven't seen my video where I was showing you guys how I did the braid, like for me to be able to braid the wool. So anyways, guys, I would love to love and say goodbye. Let me say goodbye to you guys. I'm gonna go and get my wool and come back with a full-on hairstyle. But with this video, I'm gonna close it here. Love you guys as always. Take care of yourselves. I pray, and don't forget to do what makes you happy and look good and glowy like I do. I'm gonna tie this now like this and go. Yeah. Okay, guys. I'm gonna get it bye. These days I don't want to leave. These days when I'm on record, I don't want to leave. Just keep rolling. Rolling. That's what happens when you're doing something you love. No one has to pin you down to do it. You just go on and on and on. Oh, my that's a They're not like us. They're not like us. Okay, shut